is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? JamiroFan 2000 here with another episode of JamiroFan Talks About. For the uninitiated in this series here on my YouTube channel, this has been my series of nearly 9 to 10 years looking at the past, present, and future of Jamiroquai and now over 31 years of musical and influential making in the music industry and, of course, in the online Jamily. This episode is going to be discussing yet my 11th Jamiroquai related resource guide and series. And I've been doing resource guides about Jamiroquai ever since coming back from my 2023 trip to Victoria's Festival. And like I said, I self-published over 10 Jamiroquai resource guides of varying topicality between latter part of 2023 to mid-2024. And I decided to start yet another project. For the people who haven't seen the videos about them here on my channel, I decided to start a new series focusing on JK's amazing vintage trademark headgear. That's right, his funky hats, you might say. The series was going to be called Les Chad dans les Chapeaux, the hattistry of JK's hats from 1992 to the present, a new resource guide, and soon to be a release from my Google Docs that I've been doing on my Instagram over the last probably second week of September of 2024. So I thought I'd record an episode of JamiroFan Talks About for any members of the family who are not familiar with this series, where they can see these new posts. And like I said, JK's headgear has been going through an amazing evolution of change through different fabrics, different looks. Further, a lot of electronic, a lot of technological influence on his hats over the last 31 years of this history. And believe me, there is a lot of JK hats to cover in this series. But like I said, I'm kind of changing it up for this series. I used to be releasing these resource guides since the latter part of 2023 as full-fledged resource guides via my Google Docs, where I compose them so everybody in the online Jamily can download them, look at them, see them as PDFs or whatever they want. I've decided to do this 11th series, yes, 11th series, as posts on my Instagram at JamiroFan 2000, and of course I've been disseminating on the subreddits of the online Jamily, so you can check them on at the Instagram links. But this series will culminate into a resource guide of nearly, probably, I'm calculating between 20 to 30 pages. That will hopefully be out sometime, hopefully maybe early October, if I have enough time on my hands to compose it. But so far I've released 10 pages of this series covering nearly the first 4 to 5 hats, at least of an originality for JK. And this series is focusing on JK's original headgear. When I mean by original headgear, I'm talking about his first 2 hats were made by his mom. Little known fact about JK in his early life, JK's early funky hats were made by his mother, famous singer, songwriter Karen Kay, and later on, around the Traveling on Moving period, that was 1996 to 97, JK's hat would be made by a professional hatter. And if you don't know what a hatter is, it's basically English slang for a professional hat maker for men. Now, for women, it's known as a milliner. But, like I said, the series is going to be chronicling all of the major evolutionary steps of JK's hats over the last 31 years. At least that's my aim for this series. So if you'd like to check out the first 10 pages that have so far released from this series and many more to come via my Instagram, I'll be sure to put links to all the pages I've so far released of this series, so far 10 of them, down in the description area of this episode of JamiroFan Talks About down below. So be sure to check that out in your own time. And further posts from that series will be making it onto my Instagram, and then, of course, disseminated over onto the Twin subreddits of the online Jamily and our Jamiroquai and our the Reddit Jamily with a following resource guide of the whole shebang series, so you can read it and digest it in your own time over on my Google Docs. And for any members of the Jamily who have not checked out my previous 10 resource guides, as aforementioned at the beginning of this episode JamiroFan Talks About, I did make a summary post of the 10 prior resource guides, so you can go read them in your own time, download them, what have you, get yourself educated on a lot of Jamiro history in the process. I'll be sure to put a link to that summary post that I posted a while back on both of the twin subreddits of the online Jamily down in the description area of this episode of JamiroFan Talks About down below. So be sure to check out all that goodness in your own time, and I hope everybody in the Jamily enjoys this series. I put nearly a month of research into this hat series, probably the most research time I put in the last 10 resource guides I've composed and released, and everyone in the Jamily has been nothing but supportive, and I appreciate everybody's positive support from my YouTube content to these resource guides to help further enrich new and old fans into the online Jamily. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. Thank you again for watching this episode of JamiroFan Talks About. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I will endeavor to keep trying to bring you more updates as they become available about everything Jamiroquai. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000, and I'll see you really soon with more Jamiroquai related content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye bye, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you around.